Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 1 versus 1 on Blood River. Over in the Eldar corner, we've got Loathelve. As over in the Imperial Guard corner, we have got AlixUK. Alex going to go for a Tech Priest Engine Seer, double Guardsman and an Infantry Command, whereas the Eldar are going to go for double Guardians, Fleet of Foot, Aspect Portal and a Plasma Generator. So, Eldar versus Imperial Guard, usually they'll open up with a couple of Dark Reaper squads. And there we go, we'll see a Reaper Aspect Stone add-on added straight away, as they are very good against the infantry that the Imperial Guard only really have to start with. A couple of options for the Imperial Guard though. They are going to go for a command squad, which will tie up one of those Dark Reaper squads. I'm also going to go for a Commissar as well. Add one of those Commissars to a Imperial Guard squad, and then increase their numbers a bit. And believe it or not, they actually do a fair bit of damage against these Dark Reapers. We'll still struggle against 2 squads, but against 1 they'll be able to do a little bit of damage. But, I mean, yeah, they can either go for maybe like a tactical control and go for some grenade launchers and hopefully blast them to smithereens before they get that critical mass of Dark Reapers, or go for a quick tier 2 and maybe get some Chimeras out. Dark Reaper squad going to push out down the middle of the map. We'll see what they could do. Are they going to go for a second one? No, not going to go for a second one. I think they've got the money for them. Ah, there we go. Just waiting for their money to get up. So 2 Dark Reapers playing quite aggressively at the moment, which is what we like to see. We'll find this command squad. Hasn't got his friends yet at the moment. We'll be going for a Psyker and a Priest, which is just about to pop. Commander going to run in, give him the old high five across the face. Friendly Commissar moving in, daring to get his boots wet as he runs down the river. We'll force these Dark Reapers back ever so slightly. They're going to go straight for their Dark Reaper Exarch. You don't normally see them go for more squad members till they get their Dark Reaper Exarch, because that Exarch does increase the overall damage of all the other models in the unit as well. Commander squad now playing aggressively himself, going to charge straight into the Eldar base. We'll find that there's some Guardians as well. So 2 squads against 1. We'll be able to tie up 1. Dark Reaper's going to fall back, or being zapped by the Psyker. 1 guy's been turned into mince. Guardians there having a fun time, firing away until Command Squad decides to turn their attention to them. But Singer's looking a little bit vulnerable there. Trying to go build up that listing shrine. Will decide to fall back, but will be shot away. And both Burn Singers go down. That is quite unfortunate. Not the most expensive builders in the world, but still a pain to lose and have to rebuild them. Going to go for a Plasma Grenade Research from the command centre of the Eldar. Priest narrowly surviving death and falling back to this protective layer of a heavy bolter. Do quite like the banner that the Imperial Guard have on this map. An angry face. There we go, like we said before, Commissar and Guardsman fighting away, managing to take down a couple of models of the Dark Reapers. Sadly, not enough when a Guardian squad is also there as well. Plasma Grenades have also gone for them as well, so additional DPS that they can bring to the forward. Relics on either side, looking like they're being guarded by the Imperial Guard. Dark Reapers and Guardians going to move forward, see if they can bash up this heavy bolter turret. And to be fair, not ideal against buildings or whatnot, but they will certainly chunk down its damage. Tech Priest Engine Seer might want to turn around, and there we go, come back over and give it a little bit of loving. Oh, hell's bells, we've got a whole Eldar squadron going on over here. Firing away with their plasma grenades, and dear oh dear, 2 models from the command squad going down quick as you like. Other commander about to go down as well. Will be taken down. That heavy bolter turret has been repaired. And, oh, lovely focusing from these Eldar units. Go straight for that Tech Priest Engine Seer. Grenade also going to explode those guardsmen over there. A very competent and technical takedown of the guardsman position over here. What a wonderful thing to see there. While this is going on, there's a guardsman squad with a happy little Commissar going in, and they're going to see what they can bash. Wraith Term being researched for the Eldar. They're going to turn around and see if they can bash up this listing post, or listing shrine. But the double squads of Dark Reapers, 1 fully fledged squad, 1 almost full, going to go for Dark Reaper Exarch. These guys will not be able to stand up against double Reapers anytime soon. So they will have to fall back as quickly as they can. Look how quickly those models go down. Half a second's fire is all they need to take down a Guardsman's model. We'll have to start rebuilding their armed forces. Going to go for a upgraded listing post over here. Looks like it's still being built up, but that's just a... what would we say? A bug.
We are the dealers.
The guardsmen do have one advantage. They are able to jump into their infantry commands and their listing posts. But will that help them against double Reapers? This is what I mean, that it's quite a difficult matchup for the guardsmen in the early game. If they can push through the early game, then they're all right, but surviving past the early game, that's a difficult situation. Riftstone going on this field command, going to delay that tier 2. It's going to be a real pain for the guardsmen. Not going for their command company yet. 68 and 10 compared to 92 and 30, so the economic advantage is in the guardsmen's favour, but not much they could do really with their money if they don't spend it on units to kill things with. Pardon me. Burnsinger goes down there from being fired at from some dudes in the field command. These guys are going to charge in. The bayonets are fixed. Don't do that much of the way of DPS in close combat. In fact, actually, the Dark Reapers do almost double the amount of damage that Imperial Guard do in close combat. But it's at least something just to hold them back just for a little while, keeping their attention away from these listing posts as they get upgraded. We'll now try and fall back into the infantry command, losing one squad over there. Commissar going to decide to tie up one of these guys while giving his friends time to retreat. It's a very un-Commissar-like thing to do, but desperate times call for desperate Commissars, I suppose. Another Rift term going up on this field command, really being a thorn in this Imperial Guard player's side. Listing post being upgraded and also having a lad in there will definitely be a difficult thing for the Dark Reapers to take on, especially when this Pet Marine is doing his best to keep him alive. Focusing at moving forward, but will be focused down by the dudes inside. Just casually walking through the fields of fire. And actually will be taken down. Yeah, this listing post does not look like it's long for this world. Double tech priests coming out of there. And tier 2 is just about to finish for the Imperial Guard. And instantly going to go straight for that mechanized command. If they can keep these things open, or these things alive, I suppose. And then if the Dark Eldar don't see this happening, then they might not anticipate Chimeras coming out. But more Burnsingers on the way. And yeah, nothing coming up from the aspect portal. In fact, not even going for a... oh, what's it called? A soul shrine. So they're banking on this amount of Eldar to win them this game, I guess. Which is quite daring, quite interesting. Normally you see people assault something, and once they've done a bit of damage, they go back home, they sit on the laurels, and they build up into the next tier. But no, this Eldar player is quite confident they're going to survive with this whole push going on. But their DPS, even with this amount, is not going to out DPS the repair of the Tech Priest engines here. Priest trying to come out from the field command will be blocked by all the splooge going on over here. Mechanized command was going for a Chimera, but decided to go against it for reasons beyond my ken. They're going to go for a heavy weapons team instead. Rallying them behind the infantry command, and then setting up straight away. So this will, if it's within range, they will be able to... there we go, look at that. And quick as you like. So long as this heavy weapons team can hold on for a little bit longer. Commander going to jump out, see if they can tie up some of these units. And there we go. It does look like the heavy weapons team has managed to at least hold on this, well, push back this base rush for now. One of those Dark Reaper squads got put down to only one member. Do have a support platform over here. No, they're not going to go for a Chimera. They're going to go for Hellhounds. Of course they're going to go for Hellhounds. That's a much better idea. Yeah. Oh, there we go. So I mean, this is the Eldar currently have no answer for any of this at the moment. So they will have to be pushed back all the way back to base. What are they going to do in response? They are going to go for the Soul Shrine, building up another plasma generator. But I mean, 98 and 66 compared to... oh, there we go, 104 and 10. So they have looked after their economy while this whole push was going on. And instantly going for some Fire Dragons. So a nice counter to these Hellhounds. priest also on the way. In fact, double priests, although one priest is looking a little bit less keen. Quite low on health. Hellhound gonna go and bash up this listing post. Although the Eldar haven't quite taken over this listing post yet. They decide to turn their attention to it. This Dark Reaper squad is looking very, very fragile at the moment. No models, high health. Double Bone Singers jumping in, going to be spoofing over all these lads. And they're also going to engage in a little bit of sword play themselves. I do quite like the Bone Singers attack animations. Don't see it often enough. And they're actually not too bad in close combat neither. Do a little bit more damage than a Imperial Guard squad in close combat. Fire dragons, fire against fire. But then again, fire dragons versus 2 hellhounds and 3 priests. And these priests, I mean, look at that close combat damage. These guys absolutely rip through any kind of building whatsoever. We see it quite often in some games where you see a base race going on, and while the Imperial Guard are defending their own base, they just send a couple of priests in combat, and before you know it, they've taken out a couple of listing shrines, quick as you like.
6 minutes until they can hold victory.
Really sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat. I'm not sure what it is, but I can't seem to get it out. Anyway, this aspect portal looking a little bit fragile. Double fire dragons going to fire away at these hellhounds while these Dark Reapers try and feast these priests in molesting the infantry. We do have some distant exploding bits. And there we go. We've got double bassies on the field as well, which is absolutely excellent. Brilliant at providing long-range fire support from the safety of their own base. Fire Dragon's going to take out one Hellhound. Hellhound maybe a little bit thrown away in this situation, I guess. Kind of could have saved that Hellhound just by retreating, but then again, trying to get a squad wipe on these Fire Dragons does manage to get it there. Beautiful. Going to set the Eldar back just a little bit. I've got a little bit of blue money and green money to play with, but I haven't quite tacked into anything substantial in the way of... I mean, they are going for some upgrades, which is fair play. Oh no, that's a bit cheeky. Putting as you're seeing a unit fall back, building a building on its retreat path. That's not cricket. That's not sportsmanship. Going to go for heavy bolter to it. So Imperial Guard playing primarily defensively at the moment. 85 and 20 compared to 92 and 79. Also going to go for the tier 3 as well. I mean, this is with sheer amount of heavy weapons teams, upgraded heavy bolters on the listing post as well as turrets. Yeah, the Eldar aren't going to get in here anytime soon. But then again, they do have the map control at present. Got both of the relics. This is probably why the Imperial Guard is doing their whole escalate engagement research and getting all their listing posts to tier 2 and tier 3. Maximising their current economy as best as they can. But then again, can't play too defensive as the Eldar do have the critical stuff going on. Dear oh dear, this Bone Singer teleporting in but going to be instantly wiped off the map by these basilisks when they do manage to fire in. Or when they manage to hit them. I mean, they're not the most accurate dudes in the world. We'll see if we can get a cinematic shot of them being blown up. Nearly. Reminds me of one of those games when you go to the festival or carnival where you've got a... What is it? There we go. Marvellous. Backflip into death. Yeah, reminds me of one of those festival carnival games. In Hull, we've got a place called Hull Fair, which comes once every October for 2 weeks. Believe it or not, it's Europe's largest travelling fair. And one of the games that we play there is like, if you imagine there's like a circular thing, and it spins around, there's loads of like lily pads which frogs sit on. Essentially, you've got like a little catapult that you use a hammer with to fire the frogs ahead, and if you land a frog, you win a prize. And that's the kind of vision I got there. I don't know why, but that's where my brain went. Anyway, Cassicans on the field. Very, very decent infantry option. Also going to go for some Ogrins as well. So we shall certainly see the elite, the cream of the crop of the Imperial Guard coming through. Supported by the basilisks on high. Cassicans going to move down to the southern side. And yeah, it looks like the Imperial Guard will deny this critical location victory.
We're honoured by your trust.
So what are the Eldar going to do in response to this? They need to crack that base. I mean, if I was a betting man, I would assume that they're probably going to go for some Falcon grav tanks, jump over the defensive stuff, and then just basically mess up the internals. But then again, there's so much defensive stuff, it doesn't really matter where they jump in, they will be fired at. So probably warp spiders, I'd guess. Warp spiders with their grenades would probably be an idea. Jump in, kill one thing, then jump straight back out, reinforce themselves, then jump in. Because, I mean, these basilisks and the heavy weapons teams, while very, very good, their main weakness is that they don't really reinforce themselves, do they? And once they're dead, that's you've got to build a whole fresh new one. Ogrin's moving in. The Ogrin Priest combination, a very potent and lethal combination, as the Priest can use his God Save the Emperor ability to keep those guys invulnerable for a little amount of time, which is what's going on here for the Casicans. Yeah, to be honest, the Eldar had the early game, but haven't really teched into anything that impressive or useful. They've gone for a second Viper, but that Viper is currently being squad capped at the moment. Smoking going on over here as well, so the Eldar have not repaired their tech buildings. Not essential, but we'll see if it comes back to bite them. Double Dark Reapers firing away at these Ogrins. Ogrins don't seem to care there. Supported by a command squad using their Valkyries. Look at that, almost. I mean, a good. It's quite hard to hit the Valkyrie ability, and you know, half of the shots hitting that's good enough for me. Go to decap that relic on these Ogrins, not really caring about the Dark Reapers. Commander, not quite close enough to fire, but just using his vision to get these Bassies some vision on the baddies. So Cascans now moving over this side as well. Does look like it'll be a wombo combo charge down on the western side. The eastern side, Priest keeping these lads alive while trying to capture his relic, but double Vipers over here will certainly cause pain and mischief to these guardsmen. While this is going on, Imperial Guard pushing into the Eldar base, and I mean, with what army are they going to push them back? They are going to go for some Rangers, which will at least pester them from the morale point of view. But I mean, just a Basilisk's been a real pain in the arsehole, as well as an Assassin on the field now, which will certainly be something that the Eldar don't want to see in their lives. Especially since most of the Eldar infantry is basically light infantry, which is exactly what the Assassin's good for taking out. And yeah, the Eldar, they've kind of haven't really lost in the sense where they had like a big epic fight at the end. They just kind of simmered out towards the end. Not really sure what they were going for towards the mid game. Kind of like a lack of direction. I think they did spend a little bit too much holding down this area, and yeah. So bit of a weird ending there, but I mean, it's quite exciting to see Alex pull out the big guns towards the end. Cool. Anyway, mine's been Mr. Landshark. Please always never chart, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.